Hello everyone, welcome back to the channel. We are doing Leetcode 3392, count subarrays of length 3 with a condition. Okay, given an integer array nums, return the number of subarrays. A subarray is what? A contiguous non-empty sequence of elements. So continuous elements basically of length 3 such that the sum of the first and third numbers. The sum of the first and third numbers in a subarray of length 3 equals exactly half of the second number. Okay, so for example, 1 plus 1 is 2, which is exactly half of the second number, which is 4, right? And if you look at the constraints are very low. So a brute force solution is 100% going to pass over here, isn't it? So I'll just calculate nums.size real quick, and I will initialize the answer as 0. What I'm going to do is literally the easiest solution which anyone would come up with, right? I will iterate through all the possible subarrays. So starting from 0, okay, going till n minus 2 because I am iterating in pieces of 3, right? So 1 2 1 4 1. How is that going to look like? 1 2 1 4 1. Okay, what I'm going to do is my I is at this point. I am going to temporarily calculate the sum of the first and third numbers. That comes out to be 2, and then I'm going to check if it's if it's equal to half of the second, so half of the number which is at index I plus 1. Okay, this is index I plus 2. I'm going to do this every time. So when my I index is at this point, so this is I plus 1, this is I plus 2, right? And then when my I is at this point, this is I plus 1 and this is I plus 2. That's the only thing, that's the only 3 subarrays that I'm going to choose. So I'm not going to, increment my I any further. That is why the condition of I was n minus 2. Alright, perfect. So what I'm going to do is this. The sum is going to be equals to what? Nums of I plus nums of I plus 1 2, and I'm going to see if the sum is equals what? If the sum is equals to half of this number, right? Half of this number. So nums of I divided by 2. Then what I need to do is ans plus plus, and I will just return the ans as my answer. Let's see if it passes the given test cases. It does not. Output is 0, whereas the expected output was 1. Why? The sum would be 1 plus 1, nums of I plus 1, sorry. Nums of I plus 1 divided by 2, right? Passes the example test cases. Let's see if it passes all the test cases. It does not. It passes 1210 out of 1691 test cases. The one which it fails is -1, -4, -1, 4. Okay, so why does it fail actually? Let's have a look. -1, so what they're saying is that both of these subarrays are actually valid, but output is coming out as 2, whereas expected was 1. Okay, so I need to typecast this as float, because what's happening is that -1 divided by 2 is actually becoming 0, and -4 plus 4 is also 0. So maybe I can do float over here, right? That way I think the mistake can be avoided, because that way 0 would not be equals to 0.5, right? Let's just go on a hunch and directly submit it. Let's see if it passes all the test cases, and it does. So a pretty simple question after a lot of days. Yesterday's problem of the day was actually a hard one. So this was a very easy problem. And if we take a look at the time and space complexity, then the time complexity is very clearly O of n. And for the space complexity, we are just taking an extra variable, so that's O of 1, that's constant space. So I hope you found the video helpful, and I will see you in the next one.